Hey guys, and welcome to another ARMA 3 video. In this one I'm going to be doing some helicopter operations. I'm not using the advanced flight model, just the standard, but it doesn't matter because if you fly the newer choppers, it is an advanced flight model. It just doesn't have some of the realistic quirks that you can get, like for instance in the DCS Huey. You can have some weird phenomenon happen. It just kind of eliminates that. But as far as the flight dynamics themselves, momentum, the feeling of flight, and the helicopter just kind of carrying through the air, which is a fluid, it's definitely an upgrade from the old AH6, as you can see there. And you can still fly that. It just doesn't have the same flight characteristics. Now, my experience is just in flight sims, helicopters, in FSX. I am a real-life pilot, so I kind of have a feeling of what a real aircraft should feel like. I've never flown a helicopter, but I've rode in one, and this certainly feels, that's the best way I can describe it, not being a helicopter pilot. It certainly feels realistic. So let's just do a little low-level hover. I know I reviewed this a while back, and I was raving about it, and it's still really, really good. Alright, so you can see already just how smooth the control is, and I am using a joystick and throttle, but even if I use my gamepad I can still get similar results. Compared to the old flight model, this is much more stable, and you just feel like you have, just 50 times the amount of control that you did in the older flight models. Very smooth, almost feels like FSX, or I imagine DCS Huey. So I'll do a circle around this C-130 just to demonstrate. I'm putting in some right rudder and letting my momentum just carry me around this turn. What a helicopter will do is it'll just continue moving in the direction of travel, if that's where your momentum was going, until you counteract that. So it's going to keep doing that until I do something different, which is I'm still giving it right rudder just to keep the nose pointed towards the C-130, but until I do something to counteract it, like give it some right roll, that will finally stabilize it. And another great feature is that you can actually go backwards and still be in controlled flight really, really well. So here I'm going backwards, and no problem at all. You slow down gradually, which is what happens in real life. Your momentum slowly stops, as opposed to jerky movements of the older flight models. So let's do a high-speed, just runway run here. We pick up speed very quickly. And I am using the advanced HUD. I think AGM adds this. So I'll go ahead and pitch up real hard, give it full right rudder, and you can come back around and do that hammerhead maneuver, which is pretty cool. And I'll bring it back, just bring the throttle all the way back, and I want to slow down. See, I'm going 130. All I gotta do is pitch up pretty violently, and my speed will drop very, very quickly to where I want it, which is at a standstill. Throttle's all the way down. I'll keep coming down, and what I'm doing is I'm just looking at the point where I want to end up, which is that taxiway. Same thing we do on approach to a runway in real life. You just keep your eyes on one spot and you try to keep coming towards that spot. So I'll add a little bit of throttle, and if you can see that little the HUD is exactly the same as if you play A10 or any modern fighter HUD. That W is where essentially where the nose is pointed. In an aircraft, it would be where probably the chord line of the aircraft is, or actually where the pointy nose of the jet is. And then that little bobbing circle with the wings and the little rudder, that tells me that's my flight path marker, just like in the F-16 and BMS. It tells me where I'm going, so I can easily tell exactly where the aircraft is going to end up. So nice easy hover, just a little bit of power, and if I want to stop I just pitch up and let the aircraft gradually slow down. Pitch up some more until I see 0, and then just get the W on the horizon, or just above it. Let's see. And now I'm in a pretty stable hover here. Don't really have to do much with the throttle. Just have to kind of finesse the roll movements. I'm going to give it some right rudder just to come over here and look at the Seahawk. Very smooth. A lot of control in this. Just feels right. Okay, let's break away, get back on the taxiway. Slight right, or slight left roll. And I'll bring it back to the landing area. Let's try to finesse it. You still have to work and fly the aircraft and still have an understanding of helicopter flight dynamics and flight physics, but it just feels a lot more realistic. I really like it. Alright, let me pitch up here, get the nose down, and bring the throttle back. And we're back where we started. Okay, let's do an attack run next. Alright, we're going to roll in and attack the Senemi base. There is a Dashoka down there, so I'm going to try to spot that and take it out first. I think it's right there. And I'm doing a hard right turn. Oh, there it is. Try to get some rockets on there. You can stick your head out the window, which is pretty nice. I love the wind sounds. Kind of reminds me of AccuFeel or something like that. It's actually much better than that. Let's see if I can spot this truck. I think that's it right there. I think I got it. Alright, let's roll out of here. Let's get the miniguns out. So all in all, it just feels really great. Alright, let me do a hard left turn with some left rudder. Stick back and slow down here just a little bit. Take a look. As soon as you brake it, as soon as you fly the target, you should try to brake pretty hard, just in case there's a surface-to-air missile launcher, or just to defeat any ground fire. Always be thinking about that escape point, that exit window. Alright, rolling back in. See if we can spot some bad guys. We'll bring it to hover here. Not a complete hover. Suppress these guys. Now, of course, I wouldn't never do this just for demonstration purposes. Until we had confirmation that these targets were down. That's why you always need guys on the ground to actually call what's happening, because in the air you're so limited, your situational awareness of what's happening it's very, very limited. That's why the JTAC and CAS relationship is so vital. You can't have one without the other. Alright, let's see what's going on down here. I'm sure we didn't kill everybody. That's one of the, I think, myths of CAS, is that it just mops up everything. But the reality is that sometimes it can be highly ineffective if you miss. And just because you see explosions going off in an area doesn't mean that you've killed people. So, for instance, there could be plenty of guys in that building right there. Just where the rockets hit. Oh, I've got a bunch of guys in that building. Oh, get some forward momentum going. There we go. Alright, dudes, hope you enjoyed that video, and just a little flight operations. Haven't done it in a while, and I really think the new flight models are excellent. So, hope you check them out. See you guys next time.